Foluke was born in Aroko village, a place where everyone knew everyone. She was a stunning young girl with bright eyes and a charming smile that could light up any gathering. Her parents, Baba Taye and Mama Ronke, were humble farmers who raised her with love, discipline, and strong values. They believed that a child who listens grows into a honorable adult, and they constantly reminded Foluke to stay focused, work hard, and honor her future. In her early years, Foluke was obedient, cheerful, and loved by everyone in the community. But as she grew older, Foluke began to notice the attention she received because of her beauty. Young men from nearby villages admired her, whispered her name, and brought small gifts just to win her smile. Slowly, she started to believe that beauty was more powerful than hard work or wisdom. Instead of helping her parents or learning a trade like other girls, she spent her days admiring herself, visiting friends, and dreaming of a life filled with ease and pleasure. The elders started to worry, but Foluke didn't listen. She believed that life would always bend in her favor. One day, a handsome stranger named Sukomi arrived in Aroko. He wore fine clothes, rode a shiny motorcycle, and spoke with confidence. The villagers didn't know much about him, but to Foluke, he seems like a door to a luxurious life. Sukomi showered her with flattery, promising riches, new clothes, trips to the city, and a life far better than farming. Fluke, blinded by excitement, ignored her parents' warnings. They begged her not to trust a stranger, but Foluke believed she finally found someone who understood her dreams. Soon, she left her responsibilities behind and followed Sukami everywhere. She stopped going to the market, refused to help at home, and became rude to her old friends. She believed she was destined for greatness without effort. Sukami encouraged her careless behavior, telling her that life was meant for enjoyment, not hard work. Foluke drifted further away from her value, unaware that she was walking deeper into a dangerous path, one that would change her life forever.
I know it's scary for Luke, but
After
I'm
a
sure it's
few
waiting for us
months,
in the city.
Sukomi
Just like
convinced Foluke to follow him to the city. She didn't say goodbye to her parents. She simply left, dreaming of wealth and freedom. But the city was not what she imagined. Sukomi's promises began to fade. Instead of luxury, she found herself living in a tiny room, doing all the chores while he stayed out late. He started treating her harshly and demanding money she didn't have. She soon realized that he brought her to the city not out of love, but for his own gain and control. One night, Sukomi disappeared and never returned. Foluke was left alone, broke, hungry, and scared. She tried to find help, but no one cares about her story. She was forced to beg for food and sleep on cold floor. The same building she once trusted no longer helped her. Instead, it attracted danger and mockery. For the first time, Foluke understood how far she had fallen. Regrets filled her heart like heavy rain, and she began to long for the home she had abandoned. Swallowing her pride, Foluke decided to return to Aroko village. The journey was long and painful. She had no money, so she walked barefoot for days, tired, dirty, and weak. With every step, she reminded her parents' warning, the elders' advice, and the peaceful days she once took for granted. The weight of her choice pressed heavily on her soul, and she wondered if her family would ever forgive her. Tears flowed freely as she accepted responsibility for her mistake. When she finally arrived, the villagers stared in shock. The once beautiful, proud Foluke was now thin, dusty, and broken. Some whispered, others shook their head, saying, "We want her." The shame burned deeply, but she knew she deserved it. She approached her parents' doorstep with trembling hands and fell to her knees, crying and asking for forgiveness. Her parents stood silently, tears in their eyes, witnessing the return of their lost daughter. To Foluke's surprise, her mother rushed forward and embraced her tightly. Her father placed his hand on her shoulder and said gently, "A child may wander, but home will always remain." This love broke her heart even more, and she vowed never to walk the wrong path again. Slowly, Foluke rebuilt her life. She began helping on the farm, learning to sew, and supporting her family. Though some villagers still judged her, Foluke stayed humble, working quietly and proving that change was possible. As months passed, Foluke transformed into a wiser, more responsible woman. She later became a skilled seamstress and started training younger girls, teaching them the importance of self respect, hard work, and good choice. Her story became a lesson in the village, proof that mistakes do not define a person, but the courage to change does. Foluke's greatest achievement was not beauty or wealth, but the wisdom she gained from her regrets.